As more Nigerians embark on the dangerous journey to Europe through the Mediterranean, an international medical humanitarian organization, Doctors Without Borders, is asking the Nigerian government to implement effective awareness campaigns to inform citizens of the risks involved. Our correspondent, Linda Akigwe, is in Italy visiting the rescue ship run by the SOS and Doctors Without Borders, which for the past 2 years has been rescuing migrants, refugees and asylum seekers.
I'm on board the Aquarius, a ship docked in the port of Catania, Italy, run by the SOS and Doctors Without Borders. Now, nearly every month, this ship patrols the Mediterranean Sea in search of boats carrying migrants from Africa coming from Libya. Now, thousands of these migrants are Nigerians. According to Doctors Without Borders, in 2017 alone, this ship rescued 15,098 migrants, many of them Nigerians. 40% of the people rescued from this ship are Nigerian women, mostly victims of trafficking.
This is one of the rigs. That's one of the smaller boats with which we go out to the rubber boat to rescue the people. The rig then comes and arrives here, and then one by one, the people climb up the ladder and we take them on board.
But many people crossing the Mediterranean Sea either for a better life or to flee conflict or persecution are not so lucky. According to Doctors Without Borders, in 2017, 3,116 people died trying to cross the Mediterranean Sea into Europe. The beginning of 2018 is already throwing up some troubling statistics. Between 90 and 100 migrants are feared dead after their makeshift boat sank on Tuesday, January 9th. What is extremely troubling is that Nigerians are the #1 nationality in Africa undertaking this deadly journey to Europe across the Mediterranean Sea.
Nigeria is the nationality that we have rescued most. About 20% of the people that we have rescued come from Nigeria. In Italy in 2017, around 120,000 people arrived, of which 17,000 from Nigeria. For women, we see that that percentage is a lot higher. So, as Lucas said, we've rescued about 2,000 women in 2017, about 800 of which came from Nigeria. Of the single female travelers that we see on board, a disproportionate amount comes from Nigeria. So about 65% of them come from Nigeria. And this means that they are at a heightened risk of being exploited and of being abused because they are traveling alone.
To further compound the tragedy, many Nigerian women and girls who make this perilous journey endure sexual abuse and violence, sometimes starting from home in Nigeria, as well as during the trip and then in Libya. Many express concern that this ongoing tragedy should not be allowed to continue, and the Nigerian government, with the international community, must tackle this with all seriousness. From Catania, Italy, Linda Akigwe, Channels Television News.
There's a new partnership between two hotel giants in Nigeria. The companies are Avalon Intercontinental Nigeria Limited and International Independent Hotel Group, and another global hotel chain, Radisson Blu. This was announced at a press conference in Lagos today, where the former Renaissance Hotel in Ikeja area officially became Radisson Blu Hotel.
Radisson Blu is the new hotel in Ikeja, and the proprietors are excited to share the news of the recent acquisition.
This development follows a mutual agreement to part ways with our former partners, the Renaissance Hotel Group. We are delighted to announce that effective today, the hotel formerly known as Renaissance Hotel Ikeja is now to be known and addressed as Radisson Blu Hotel, Lagos Ikeja. part of the Avalon Hotel Group collection. We are the owners of Pt.3 Hotel Ikeja, Pt.3 Hotel Victoria Island, and Avalon Hotel of Accra State.
The new management says it does not plan to change the standing structures, but asks visitors to look forward to a lot more by way of service and customer satisfaction.
Bringing satisfaction to the guest. That is our purpose, that is our value, and that is what we are doing.
And for those who are afraid of losing their jobs under the new boss, there's some cheery news.
I started my career as a steward boat washing in a Radisson hotel. And today, if I'm in front of you as a general manager, is thanks to the development programs that Radisson Residor Hotel Group put in place for people. They identify that they want to grow, they want to learn.
The resource consultant believes Radisson Blu is right for the partnership.
You have at least heard about Radisson. So that expertise is what we're expecting to also enjoy in this branch at Ikeja.
Radisson Blu has about 400 properties, open or in development in more than 110 countries around the world, and a portfolio of 85 hotels in Africa.
The Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Mr. Boss Mustafa, is appealing to the National Assembly to pass the 2018 budget proposal as soon as possible in view of the political activities that abound this year. The SGF made the appeal when he appeared before the Senate Committee on Federal Character to defend the 2018 budget for his office. According to him, for the budget to be well implemented, it must be passed in good time.
You have to understand that we have changed the financial year. It's now running from January to December. So for us to begin to implement the budget, we must get it passed in good time. It cannot be as it were before, when the budget course was running sometimes from from April to the subsequent year in April. So it is very, very important that we realize that we need to get the budget. This is going to be a very tedious year in terms of activities. INEC has just released its timetable. Major political activities will start very soon. So the only way you can get the government running is to have a budget. And the only way you can have that budget is when it is considered and passed in good time, so that there wouldn't be conflict of people running around seeking for election, going through the nomination processes, and in the process, if the budget is not passed, government activities will definitely slow down. So, and they saw my reason, and we are going to work together to ensure that all ministries, departments come to defend their budgets, and the National Assembly have given me the award, particularly the committee that oversees the office of the Secretary to the Government, that they would work and ensure that the budget is passed in good time.
A deadline has been set for the takeover of a telecoms firm, and will be telling us the when and how on Business News.
You first. First Bank.
Business News. The Nigerian Communications Commission and the Central Bank have affirmed January 16 as the new deadline for prospective bidders to acquire the country's fourth largest telecom firm, Nine Mobile. The approval comes after Nine Mobile's board requested an extension from the initial December the 31st, 2017 deadline. The telecommunications firm, formerly known as Etisalat, was saved by regulators after it defaulted on a $1.2 billion loan from 13 banks. Out of 10 bidders, 5 companies, and that's Globacom, Airtel, Smile Communications, Hilays and Technology Holdings Limited, made the final list by the end of 2017. The successful bidder is expected to become Nigeria's biggest mobile telecommunications network company. The Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike has presented a 510 billion naira budget estimate for the 2018 fiscal year before the State House of Assembly. The 2018 budget, which is 75% capital and 25% recurrent, is focused on economic growth and job creation, quality education and healthcare, security and infrastructure.
Budgeted revenue for Rivers State for 2018 fiscal year is 510 billion naira only. In assembling this budget, we are guided by the need to consolidate and advance our investment in infrastructure, education, healthcare, and security, as well as in growing the economy to create jobs and empower our people. Hence, it is christened Budget of Consolidation, Advancement, and Empowerment. To this end, the priorities of this budget are aimed at achieving four major goals. First is to grow and expand the economy to attract investment and create jobs for our people. Second, to strengthen and advance educational opportunities for our children and deliver quality health care to all residents. Third, to improve the safety, security, and general well-being of all Rivers people, including residents and visitors. And finally, to ensure the completion of all ongoing projects that have reached advanced stages of completion.
Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike. Nigeria's stocks continues to rise by stronger margins to its 7th rally in the start of the year as the all-share index hit its highest level today since 2008. Chimezie Obiwago has more on today's trading.
Thank you for joining us on Stock Market Report. It was an aggressive stock trading proceeding at the Nigerian equities market today as bid and offer investors were active all through the session. While global stocks are pulling back, equities on Custom Street continue to consolidate on 2017 gains. The all-share index again closed 2.93% stronger to a new high of 43,041 points, but slightly weaker from Wednesday's close. As at 2 p.m. local time, the index held above 3%, but with a sudden drop in the prices of Zenith and UBA, the general index retreated slightly. And looking at the sectoral indices, gains cut across board. Investors are still upbeat. The full-year earnings will come in very impressive. And with over 1 billion shares traded for over 17 billion naira, or nearly $50 million US, traders say Friday's trading will remain positive, even if investors take profit to end the week. And that was the Stock Market Report. I'm Chimezie Obiwago.
And as for other leading world stock markets, it's a fairly positive close today as investors react to latest corporate earnings and economic data and cautious optimism for global economic growth. Let's see the numbers for today. Thanks a lot for watching Business News tonight. The rest of the news at 10 continues with Melinda.
You first. First Bank.
Still ahead on the news at 10. Nigeria's Falconets are in South Africa ahead of the final round of the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup qualifier. That's on Sports News. Join us again.